Right now, as the fall semester winds down, how one local high school says it has learned to adapt to virtual learning. And the trucks have left the warehouse. Find out how soon Americans will start getting a coronavirus vaccine.
This is News 3 Now at 5:30.
Thanks for joining News 3 Now at 5:30. I'm Amanda Quintana. As the fall semester wraps up and students start winter break, we've seen students in our area have to adapt to learning virtually. But how has that been going for educators? Gabriela Becerra gives us a look at how Wanakee High School is learning something new this year.
There's one word Principal Brian Borowski uses to describe this school year.
Challenging.
Although teachers are in the classroom at Wanakee High School,
weight of the volume of the liquid displaced.
Their students aren't.
It's not easy to recreate everything that schools have done for the last 100 years, right? It's all been refined.
Borowski says they found students do best when they know what their day looks like, which is why they're trying to keep a traditional schedule.
So we have a rotating blocks. We have 4 classes on one day and then different 4 classes on the next day.
But the method of teaching isn't traditional at all. That forced many educators to become students as well this year.
There's never a dull moment. It's always interesting because we're having to be incredibly creative and more or less reinvent everything that we've done in the past to try to provide a quality education.
One of those challenges is finding a new way to connect with students from behind a webcam. Sometimes that means bringing them here for some in-person, one-on-one time.
We have virtual enhanced, so we have an opportunity if a student is not engaged in the online portion of what we're doing, we ask them to come in.
Borowski says that makes all the difference for some students.
We sometimes are working with them individually, and sometimes just having the opportunity to come in the building is really all they needed just to feel connected to somebody.
In Wanakee, Gabriela Becerra, News 3 Now.
Wanakee High School's principal says they intend to welcome students back in person for the second semester in late January. He says they have a hybrid plan squared away and ready to use. Almost 3,000 degrees were handed out today at UW-Madison. The university hosted its second virtual commencement ceremony since the start of the pandemic. Former Badgers women's soccer star and World Cup champion Rose Lavelle was the year's commencement speaker.
It's the years and dedication to the sport that I love and all the people that have helped me along the way that have made me into the player and person I am today. And I'm not over-exaggerating when I say that Wisconsin is one of the biggest reasons I've gotten to this point.
In her remarks, UW Chancellor Rebecca Blank praised the nearly 3,000 graduates, saying they overcame great challenges to get to this point. Just like wars and terrorist attacks in the past, she says the pandemic will shape their generation. Let's get a look at your first warned weather with Dana Fulton. We had some sun today, Dana, but it was still pretty cold out.
It was a little chilly outside on the patio right now. Also, as we do have this nice insulating blanket of snow helping to keep our temperatures down a little more. Temperatures today in the mid to upper 20s with overall a sunny sky. As we look at our high resolution radar, there were some light flurries further north of La Crosse. Right now we're at 24 in Madison and 25 in Janesville. So very chilly outside for this evening. A little bit of a drop too compared to where we were at this time yesterday, about a 7-degree drop for Janesville. The breeze now coming in from the southwest. Temperatures overnight won't be quite as chilly. We're expecting our temps to drop close to about 20, maybe even into the mid to upper teens for some areas, but we did drop down to 9 this morning in Madison. So again, not quite as cold, but still sunny and chilly as we look ahead to the start of the work week. We will take a closer look at your full 10-day in just a few minutes.
Thank you, Dana. More local news now. Firefighters are investigating the cause of a garage fire on Madison's west side this morning.
He opened the garage door and all of a sudden, whoosh, smoke poured in like crazy. He closed the door quickly and we called 911. And they were here with, I think, like 3 or 4 units within seconds. I mean, practically seconds.
Homeowner Donna Gray and her husband were the only people in the house. Authorities told them to leave while waiting for firefighters to arrive. Madison Fire says the garage door and other personal belongings are damaged. Damages are estimated to be around $20,000. The Badgers will get a chance to play their biggest rival this season. The Big Ten has scheduled a game between Wisconsin and Minnesota at Camp Randall for next Saturday. The battle for Paul Bunyan's axe was canceled earlier this season when the Gophers were dealing with COVID cases in their own program. Wisconsin and Minnesota have the longest uninterrupted streak of playing each other in the country, having faced off every year since 1906. The Badgers enter this year's matchup on their first 3-game losing streak in 12 years. The Packers are looking to pick up their 10th win of the season tonight. Green Bay is on the road in Detroit. The Packers are currently leading the Lions 21-14 in the third quarter. Sports director Zach Hanley will have full highlights and reaction tonight on News 3 Now at 10. Turning to our coronavirus headlines, DHS and county dashboards show an increase of more than 2,500 new cases over the past day. 14 more people have died, while 46,000 of the state's 436,000 all-time cases remain active. Pfizer began shipping its coronavirus vaccine around the nation this morning. UPS and FedEx are teaming up with the federal government to deliver the first doses across the U.S. Healthcare workers and nursing home residents are expected to be the first to receive the vaccine. CBS News' Chris Van Cleef reports from UPS's hub in Louisville.
Nearly 3 million doses of Pfizer's coronavirus vaccine began shipping across the U.S. from the drug maker's Michigan plant on Sunday. As the country approaches 300,000 COVID-19 deaths, it's an historic step in the nation's most elaborate inoculation project ever.
The way we see light at the end of the tunnel, the way we get through this, is to achieve herd immunity. And that means we need to vaccinate a significant number of people in this country, including those who are hesitant.
As winter nears, the country is grappling with record case numbers and daily deaths exceeding 3,000 for the first time last week.
We're likely to see a peak at some point in January, but the burden on the hospital system is going to continue for another 3 weeks past that.
UPS Vice President Captain Houston Mills piloted the first flight Sunday carrying vaccine to the UPS hub in Louisville, acknowledging it's the most precious cargo he's ever flown.
This is definitely hope. You know, there's a lot of people who worked very long and hard to get us to this moment.
In the building behind us, approximately 75 boxes of coronavirus vaccine are being sorted and loaded onto planes for delivery to more than 30 cities Monday morning.
CDC Director Robert Redfield signed off on the FDA's emergency use authorization for Pfizer's vaccine late Friday. Now it can be given to Americans 16 and older as early as Monday. Chris Van Cleef, CBS News, Louisville, Kentucky.
The U.S. has now reported more than 16 million coronavirus cases during the pandemic, in addition of more than 1 million infections over just the past week. Vaccines are expected to arrive in our area early this week. SSM Health is expecting to receive 6,000 doses as soon as tomorrow. UW Health is also waiting to receive around 4,000. SSM hopes to start distributing vaccines as early as Tuesday afternoon, but they say they still need to wait for approval from Wisconsin's Department of Health Services.
We're very excited. Finally, we know the vaccine is on the back of a truck somewhere on its way to the state. And as soon as we receive it this week, Monday or Tuesday, I believe most likely will be Tuesday, though. Once we receive the vaccine, we will begin distributing the vaccine.
SSM Health is not making it mandatory for its employees to get the vaccine, but Carbot says it is being encouraged. There's more to come on News 3 Now at 5:30. Meet the Madison photographer behind the eye-catching and viral shots from above Madison. And tonight on News 3 Now at 10, a first look inside the Beloit Snappers' new stadium, why the team says it'll help them build a winner in the city for years to come. That's tonight on News 3 Now at 10.
Stop whitening your smile the old-fashioned way with strips and trays that can take 30 minutes to an hour. I'm Jonathan Greenhut, the CEO of Power Swabs. When I met Dr. Ginniker and he introduced me to Power Swabs and I saw how effective they were and how easy they were to use, I knew we had to share it with the world. Power Swabs was clinically studied to whiten natural teeth as well as stained caps, crowns, and veneers. It's so effective, it works on stains caused by coffee, tea, red wine, and even smoking. For those of you who have that one stained tooth that's darker than the rest, Power Swabs can target that area using swab precision.
I really love the fact that you're able to go individually on each tooth and make sure that it's going to be wider.
So this holiday season, if you have yellowing between your teeth or coffee stains near your gum line, just snap, swab, and smile. And each 5-minute application, you'll see whiter teeth. So stop whitening your smile the old-fashioned way. with strips and trays that can take 30 minutes or an hour, and start using the PowerSwab's 5-minute solution. Just snap, swab, and smile.
After just 7 days, the results were awesome. PowerSwabs was easy to use every day, and each day I could see it better and better, and from beginning to end, it's definitely whiter. They look clean, they feel clean, and people have made comments about it, which is nice.
Call for your 5-minute solution to whiter teeth. This holiday season, order PowerSwabs and receive up to 40% off the retail price. Get a free PowerSwabs Quick Stick pen with your order. The Quick Stick pen is your on-the-go solution to help prevent stains from adhering to your teeth after drinking coffee, tea, or even after smoking. And in addition to saving up to 40% on your purchase and your free Quick Stick pen, get free shipping by ordering now. Dial the number on your screen or visit powerswabs.com today.
You're watching News 3 Now at 5:30.
Lee coming together tonight for an annual Hanukkah tradition, a menorah lighting at Hilldale Mall. Tonight's drive-through lighting was organized by Shabbat of Madison. Attendees parked in the parking lot spaces and tuned their car radio to a specific station to hear the rabbi. The event was capped by the lighting of a 10-foot-tall menorah. The 8-day celebration of lights ends at sundown on Thursday. If you spent any time on the popular video sharing app TikTok during the pandemic, there's a good chance you've seen drone shots of downtown Madison and the UW campus. Margarita Vinogradov spoke to the photographer behind the viral views of Madison.
Sam Lee is a one-man talent, running a business doing everything from selling prints to working for big-name clients like Samsung and Grammy-nominated artist Odessa.
Which is like crazy to me.
He has almost 18,000 followers on Instagram, but you may have seen him on TikTok. Lee says it hasn't always been clear to him how he can make his passion into a career. He graduated from UW-Madison back in 2018 with a degree in communications, and then started a hobby.
I bought like a cheap $300 camera, and that summer I ran around shooting fun videos with my friends.
He says there were two things he didn't realize. One, his true business potential. The other, the power of social media.
You want your content to go viral, and that's something that it's a little luck. But it's also really knowing how social media operates.
Lee says it was actually 2 years ago today when he posted what he is best known for, his first piece of drone photography.
I had seen like these pictures of Chicago, New York, all these big cities with like these amazing drone photos taken of them at dusk. And like there's this special moment right after the sun sets. And right when the city lights turn on, you have like 15-20 minutes to capture these perfect photos. And I was like, oh, I really want to do that to Madison.
Over the last 2 years, social media has played a big role in getting Lee's name out. At first, he started growing his following on Instagram and Twitter. Now, TikTok is his strongest asset.
It took me 4 years to get to 10,000 followers on Instagram. It took me 2 weeks to get to 10,000 followers on TikTok.
Lee quit his job before quarantine began and now focuses on selling his prints and licensing his work. A pivot, he says, prevented him from truly feeling the effects of the pandemic. His biggest advice?
Let people know what you're doing. If nobody knows what you're doing, nobody's going to hire you.
In Madison, Margarita Vinogradov, News 3 Now.
Lee hopes to eventually start a production company, but for now, plans to keep taking shots of Madison. You can find more of his work on his Instagram account at Samuel Lee. Coming up on News 3 Now at 5:30, freezing temperatures as you head out the door to start the work week. Dana has your first warn forecast next.
Complying with national guidelines is made easy with the CEDA's commercial touchless forehead thermometer. The Instant Read LCD digital display yields an accurate body temperature reading from 2 to 4 inches within half a second. From schools, offices, shops, and all other public places, keep yourself safe and compliant with a hands-free thermometer that's easy to install and easier to use. Visit www.cedusonline.com. That is CETUSonline.com.
Let's get to it, America. Because joy doesn't just happen. You make it happen. And during the Ford Built for the Holidays sales event, we're helping you make even more joy. Come get the best deals of the season with offers on select Ford SUVs and Ford Fusion. Everything you need to make the holidays brighter than ever. That's how we're making joy this season. How will you? Choose FlexBuy and get Fusion with 0 for 66 financing plus $1,500 cash back and $2,000 trade assist. Or lease one for just $199.
Hey folks, Monday morning, we're launching a new effort to help local restaurants stay open throughout maybe their toughest season yet.
How you can save your favorite spot ahead of the holidays. That's Monday on News 3 Now this morning.
'Twas the holiday season, and as is often the case, magic was found in an unlikely place. Molly tried her best to make introductions. Dad couldn't see past his grown-up assumptions. But thanks to fresh ham and warm apple pie, Dad was finally able to see with fresh eyes. With the freshest assortment to make everyone's faves, the happiest holidays start with Pick and Save.
Is your credit score getting in the way of things you want to do? Personal loans through NetCredit help you borrow up to $10,000. So check your eligibility on netcredit.com today without affecting your credit score. You may even be able to build your credit history as you repay. NetCredit, a more personal loan.
This holiday season, support our local businesses by using the Madison Magazine online Shop Local Holiday Gift Guide. Find the perfect gift locally with unique clothing, discounted gift cards, home decor, books, and more. Find it on madisonmagazine.com today.
News 3 Now First Warn Weather is brought to you by Lazy Boy Home Furnishings and Decor.
Discover a shopping and design experience as comfortable as the furniture. Lazy Boy Home Furnishings and Decor. Schedule your free design consultation today.
You're watching News 3 Now at 5:30.
The Hubble Space Telescope turned 30 years old this year, and to celebrate, NASA is releasing 30 never-before-seen images of the wonders of space. The new shots show galaxies, star clusters, and nebulae. They're part of a collection called the Caldwell Catalog. The Hubble Space Telescope has been capturing images like these since it was launched into space in April of 1990. You can see dozens more images and learn the science behind them by visiting NASA's website. That is pretty beautiful, right? It's
Very
so cool to see those pictures.
So cool and so big and grand, our universe. Now, for us, we're looking at some smaller scale things over the next few days. Our forecast just includes some sunshine and some cold temperatures. Our temperatures will be below average yet again for overnight lows, and as we look ahead for afternoon highs, overall, a mostly dry pattern expected for the week. Really not expecting any new events to build in for the work week. We might see a few more chances for some light snow by the weekend and the following week, so we're going to hold on to that sunshine also with the drier trend. Radar overall pretty quiet. Some light flurries mainly north of La Crosse as the cold front's driving some light snow chances to the northern portion of the state. As that swings further south, it will pass over us but not include any moisture along with that, just reinforcing these cold temperatures as we look ahead to tomorrow. In general tonight, partly cloudy skies. Temperatures will fall to the upper teens for overnight lows. Not quite as cold as we were for last night. Last night we saw temps in the single digits. Now for Monday afternoon, partly sunny skies with high temperatures in the mid to upper 20s. So a chilly afternoon expected. A little more cloud coverage as we head into Tuesday morning with temperatures falling into the teens, and then afternoon highs again in the mid 20s. So a chilly stretch for the next few days, but by the back half of the work week, we'll see our temps become a little more above average. In fact, as we look 6 to 10 days out, and that starts to push us very close to Christmas Day, it is very likely that our temperature trend will be above average for much of the northern Midwest. Now, that doesn't mean that we're going to see super warm temperatures, but that time of year, just seeing highs in the mid to upper 30s swings us above average, and that does line up with what we're looking at, again, as we head into next week for Christmas week. Tomorrow, plan on partly sunny skies, and it's going to be a little cold outside. High temperatures will be in the mid to upper 20s with that breeze coming in from the northwest in the afternoon. So a little chilly outside, a little bit of a wind chill also. We're in the mid 20s with variably cloudy skies on Tuesday. For Wednesday, though, we finally hit 30 degrees again, and we're expecting those high temperatures to be in the mid to low 20s for the rest of the work week. A little breezy on Friday in front of our next system. That'll bring a chance for some light snow on Saturday, Amanda, so we'll add a little more on, but notice those temperatures as we head into the start of next week, a little mild actually for the end of December in the mid to upper 30s.
Well, we'll still have the snow stick around for a few days at least as it's still cold out. So that's some good news.
It's not going anywhere anytime soon. In fact, we're going to be dealing with those slick conditions, I think, with the roads or some areas that maybe don't have salt down just yet. It'll be a little slick like that as we look ahead through the week.
All right. Thanks so much, Dana. Still ahead on News 3 Now at 5:30. Your car might have a recall. Why Consumer Reports says now is the time to act. Stay with us. You're up early.
Well, U.S. Cellular is giving away the latest phones for free with no hidden requirements, so I did not want to miss it.
Actually, you can get the latest phones free all season long.
What? All season long, huh?
Yep, and no hidden requirements.
You in the market for any camping gear? Only been used once.
At U.S. Cellular, get the latest phones free with the plan of your choice and no required phone trade-ins all season long. U.S. Cellular. Upgrade to fair.
Seeing the joy that people feel when they share a meal with family and friends, that's why we do this. The laughter of kids around the table, the thrill of families driving through for a treat, the delight of not having to cook, and instead letting us safely serve you. It all comes back to taking care of each other. And for that, we'll be here with your favorites and always a smile.
When you put money in a big bank, there it goes. But when you keep your money at Associated Bank, it gets invested close to home. It might become this family's renovation or help this little one's college fund. It could build local business or your favorite neighborhood spot. Because when you bank with Associated Bank, your money works in your community. All you have to do is make a simple choice. Send your money there or keep it here. Associated Bank. Your money works here.
Come on. Let's go.
Come on. Let's go in.
Toyotathon is on. 'Tis the season for great year-end deals.
Right now, during Toyotathon, you can get $750 customer cash on a stylish new 2021 Camry. Visit Toyota.com to learn more.
Don't miss out. Come in today.
Toyota, let's go places.
Download the Channel 3000 First Warn Weather app today. You're watching News 3 Now at 5:30.
Over the past few months, you may have put off everything from home repairs to doctor's appointments, and maybe an important safety recall on your car also slipped through the cracks. As Consumer Reports explains, now is the time to safely and promptly get the free fixes your recalled car needs.
Let's start with the basics. How do you know if your car was recalled in the first place?
Car companies are required to notify owners by mail, but sometimes that mail doesn't reach the second or third owner. So check the NHTSA website for open recalls on your car.
If you find one, you're not alone. Tens of millions of cars get recalled every year to correct problems ranging from software glitches to headlight issues to leaks that can cause fires.
The bottom line is that every recall is important and should be taken seriously.
If the safety defect is serious enough, you might be advised not to drive the car or to park it outside until it's fixed. The good news? In almost every case, recall repairs are free, but it is your responsibility to get them done.
One thing to keep in mind is that consumers are not entitled to a rental car or a loaner. Sometimes a dealership or an automaker will offer one as a courtesy, but it is not required by law.
And one other important thing to know, cars can legally be sold even if they have an open recall. So if you're buying a used car, it's especially important to run the vehicle identification number through a recall database to be aware of any recalls that need your attention. This is Teresa Panetta.
If you're worried about missing a recall, you can sign up for Consumer Reports' free car recall tracker to receive an email notification when one is issued for your vehicle. You can find that on Consumer Reports' website. A final check of your First Warn forecast when we return.
Hi, I'm
I'm Jonathan Greenhut, the CEO of Plexiderm. And if you haven't tried Plexiderm, we've created the best offer yet with our holiday Plexiderm 10-minute challenge. All it takes is 10 minutes to reduce the appearance of under-eye bags, wrinkles, and crow's feet. Even the 11 lines between your eyes are visibly gone in minutes. Plexiderm works so well that celebrities in Hollywood and people just like you feel years younger in minutes. This is why I'm letting people try it for only $14.95 at plexidermtrial.com to celebrate this holiday season.
So I've had under-eye bags for a very long time, and it sucks. I have spent so much money on tons of eye creams, eye gels. Finally, I tried something called Plexiderm, and I'm not joking. It works. When I do a collage and everything is done, it looks amazing. That is exactly how Plexiderm makes me feel. I put it on my face, and somehow, some way, I look together, which is amazing. I'm Jackie, and I took the Plexiderm 10-minute challenge, and so should you.
I'm Neela. I'm 61 years old. I'm a professional personal trainer. It's so important to be in good health and to be fit and take care of yourself. How it makes you feel inside is amazing. And yet, when you look in the mirror, what you see necessarily isn't what you feel inside. Plexiderm, seriously, honest to God, it's amazing. There's nothing there, like the bags are gone.
The instant results are from naturally based silicates found in shale rock. Once applied, your skin tightens and firms, rapidly reducing the appearance of under-eye bags and wrinkles in minutes. So if under-eye bags make you look tired or feel older, take action this holiday season and see that younger-looking you. Your solution is at plexidermtrial.com or call the number on your screen.
You're watching News 3 Now at 5:30.
Think about this. You're given $100 and a challenge. Do as much good as you can. Where would you start? Janet Tupi, a retired oncology nurse, took on that challenge 11 years ago, inspired by a pair of felted wool mittens she found in a gift shop. She hadn't sewn since high school, but found a pattern, bought $100 worth of sweaters at a thrift store, and enlisted several friends to help. The women came up with a name, Remits, and a goal to raise $1,000 for local food pantries by making and selling their mittens. Remits raised $4,000 and ran out of mittens that first year. Now, 11 years later, Tupi and her team of 24 volunteers are about to reach a major milestone.
Overwhelmed and amazed. I never thought that this project would get to that place. I love the idea of taking trash and turning it into treasure.
Remits expects to hit the $500,000 mark by the end of this year, but they need your help to get there. We'll explain how you can help Remits this holiday season in this week's Make a Difference Monday, tomorrow on News 3 Now this morning. Now, an update on the Packers. Green Bay has opened its lead up to 2 touchdowns over the Lions. Right now, they lead 28-14 in the fourth quarter. We'll have full highlights and reaction tonight at 10. All right, Dana, let's take one final look at weather.
We are expecting the sunshine to stick with us. That's good news for tomorrow, but it's still going to be cold outside, Amanda. High temperatures will be in the mid-20s with a little bit of a breeze, so you may have to factor in that wind chill for us on Monday. Temperatures overnight dropping back down to about 10 degrees for early Tuesday. Tuesday afternoon, variably cloudy skies with highs in the mid-20s, and then steadily we'll see our temperatures warm up through the second half of the work week, close to 30 on Wednesday, and then in the mid to low 30s by Thursday and Friday in front of our next system that will bring a light snow chance through the day on Saturday. Might mix with a little bit of rain at times as temperatures will be in the mid-30s. I was expecting a lot of accumulation with that one, but it is going to warm our temperatures up looking ahead to next week in the mid to upper 30s and a few more snow chances for the middle of next week. So with those cold temperatures around, Amanda, the snow we have on the ground right now certainly not going anywhere anytime soon. I'll get to hold on to that for a little longer.
That is some good news. Thanks so much, Dana, and thanks so much for joining us. Have a great night.